Peace and blessings. I pray everyone's doing well and doing their part to stay healthy. Pardon my adjustment. Today's post is titled, I Believe, Thus It's True. And how I came up with that, the Spirit moved me to do this post because of just looking at everything that's going on, culminating and continuing to move forward in today, politically, socially, etc. And the divisions, progressive, conservative. I guess you could put things under that box, those two boxes. And just to start it off, and let's just deep dive into it. The only thing that is real is the essence. You may call it God, Allah, Jehovah, Jesus. I tend to say the universe. You've heard me say the universe, the creator, the I am. That is the only thing that is real. Everything else is a manifestation of the essence, which means that really these things are illusions. So what I'm talking on, the device that I am transmitting this message, which is a manifestation of the creator or the essence, is actually an illusion to call it a smartphone, because in essence it is a manifestation of the essence. Bringing it back to the title of the post, since I was raised Christian, Baptist. So in the Bible, it says that God is within us. First came the Word, then the Word became flesh. Then you hear in the church services, God is within you. So if God is within you, then the essence, you have within you the ability to create from nothing to something. Now, where belief comes in, belief is not, by its very nature, by its very functional definition, does not have to be substantiated by fact. It's a belief. When you put faith with the belief, then it becomes real to the individual or groups of people who share the same ideology. It becomes real, even though it may not be factual, even though it's a manifestation of the real. So that manifestation, although it looks real to you, is actually an illusion. What's my point? Bringing it back. What does that all mean? You're talking way Yoda-ish type of stuff. It's metaphysics. But simply put, the point I'm making is that as we look at, if I'm applying it to the politics and the social ramifications that are going on today, when people are siding with the ideology of being, quote, conservative or, quote, progressive, to the point where then with their beliefs, not taking the time to seek truth of information, which then will bring forth facts, they devoid of that, as you've heard me state in my prior posts, the unpacking systemic, another subsequent posts, several subsequent posts that delve deeper into segments of that post. What we're seeing is now faith is being put behind or joined with the belief system. So, for example, the quote unquote progressives or liberals are saying, because of Mr. Trump's words, it incited a riot which then caused to breach the Capitol. Belief system. They put faith behind that. These are the facts. Now, one can make a really good, strong argument that this is true. On the other side, the conservatives are saying, well, he did say certain words, but he didn't specifically say go breach the Capitol. But that took place. So, because of the belief system on the conservative side, and they put faith behind that, then although they may not like Mr. Trump's ways of expressing himself, they are holding on dear to the ideology because they believe he represents that ideology in terms of conservatism. So what do? Because now what we're seeing as this post is being done, Mr. Trump has been impeached for the second time, and now they're moving forward. The impeachment is being moved forward from the House to the Senate to where they're deciding if they're going to do a Senate trial after Mr. Trump leaves the office. And Mr. Biden's inauguration is coming up, and we're talking about being mindful and being aware of potential violence. This is what's going on as I'm doing my post. But also what's going on, we have people, I would say in a greater majority, who are saying, look, we need to come together before we destroy each other. What can we do? What can be done to start, quote, the healing process? What steps can we take? Well, the first step was with self, connecting with the essence, the God force, the you and I verse within ourselves, and becoming in harmony with that. And I've done it in another post where I did breathing to relax oneself. And once you get into the breathing, some will call it prayer. When you pray, relax yourself. Now, as you are in that harmony, that union with the essence, now as you view things, you can then detect, for lack of a better word, those who are doing the same. And then you connect with the God force within for that other person and other groups of people. For those who you see that aren't trying to be in harmony, you know not to emotionally attach yourself to the things that they say if you're watching them on TV, listening on radio, or come across them in person, because they are with their belief system and they have put faith behind that belief system, so it's real to them. Even though you may point out factually what they're stating and what they're believing in is not right and exact. But as I was saying to family members today, there are more people who want to live life in peace than those that want to destroy. Not that we should turn a blind eye and ear to the ones who want to harbor hate and destruction, because you need to protect yourself, so don't be silly. And you need to be mindful of defending yourself and defending family and keeping away, if you can, from those people. But as you're doing that, we should also be mindful to make sure we address the things that we say we believe and put faith behind, and make sure that those things are factual, not just belief. Take it from the belief system and put it into the truth system, and then put faith behind truth. Because two things can be true at the same time. Meaning, there are those who, I'm going to use Mr. Trump as an example, who like Mr. Trump and his ways and actions, and even though they can understand that he's lying, they can, well, no, I can't. They can't separate themselves, won't separate themselves, because they like his swag, or they like the way he represents himself and their perception that he represents them. Again, belief system, without doing the due diligence of factual fact checking, not so much the lies, but the ways and actions. So Again, keeping it with self, and how do we grow from this and build a more unity amongst each other within this country and, in essence, the world. Address what you can control, which, again, I'm repeating, check your belief system. Get in harmony with the essence within you. Do a self-assessment on the things that you believe and put faith behind, which then became real for you, and actually see if they actually are truthful. So it's not by just checking with those who already agree with you or sources that already agree with you, but compare them to those sources that are in opposition to you, and see if there's fact on the other side, and then do an analysis. If you really, truthfully about healing nation, healing communities, as if you're dealing with someone who is outside of your community or outside your ethnicity or outside of your ideology, listen. Don't just dismiss because of a label. Well, you're a conservative. Oh, so you what you gonna say is some BS anyway. Or you're a liberal. So what you gonna say is some BS anyway. Or you're a woman. Or you're an African American. Or you see where I'm going. First, listen from a relaxed state, because then you're able to detect and take things in, and then make the assessment. And just like you have the right to have your position, so does the next person, even if it's not factual. But then if you understand and see that it's not factual, then you need to, how to navigate. How do you navigate? You make sure you stay on point, and make sure if you have children, make sure you educate them so they understand how to critically think. And then those who are closest to you, like-minded critical thinkers, not that you have to agree, but if you're going to present information, make sure there's facts behind it. Not information to substantiate your position, facts that are objective and they lay forth the truth. So that's what I want to get across to you in this post today. I believe, thus it must be true. All right. Have a great rest of your day, evening. Get outside, get some vitamin D. Laugh a lot. The reason I say laugh a lot, laughter has healing properties. The vibration helps to bring forth energy, rejuvenation, and life within our body vehicle. So that's why you hear me say laugh a lot. Get rest, exercise. I say that because that helps to release energy. Energy is supposed to be free flowing. It's not supposed to be stagnant within you. So once it comes into your body vehicle, it's supposed to be used, and then it's supposed to be released. Any energy that's held on to too long within the system then becomes toxic to the system, and it will, from the source or the essence, through the spirit, through the mental, will then manifest in the physical dis-ease if it's not continue to move. So one way to keep energy free flowing, one is laughter, definitely. The other is exercise. It could be walking and other forms of exercise, because that helps to release and helps to bring balance to your body vehicle, to your spirit, mind, and body. So that's the reason, in short or in long, why I say those things. And then rest is also important because it helps to rejuvenate, and then helps to reset the spirit, the pineal gland, the essence, and such. Wakanda forever. One love.